and people who are standing up who are related to me. I am Jennifer Ratcliffe. I am a member of this congregation. After today, we have one more week of services until our good Reverend Dave Dunn is back from sabbatical and from vacation, so he'll be here with us on the first Sunday of August. We've had a wonderful lineup of members and guest speakers delivering messages, and today, please welcome your social justice team. Carla Rosati and myself, Jennifer Ratcliffe, are the co-chairs of the social justice team. Carla is originally from Brazil, but has been an Atlanta resident for more than 30 years. She's been a UU for a little over 7 years, having never participated in an organized religion before here. She has 2 grown adult children. She lives in Dunwoody with their beloved dog, Lulu. She has served on the UUMAN board and is now the co-chair, one of the co-chairs of the social justice team. And these are her words. I didn't make them up. Being on this journey with Jennifer has been a deep, gratifying experience. I, too, have been a UU for about 30 years. I also raised my children here, and I found me a good man who's late. He is my modern Thoreau. At UUMAN, I have held many roles, but my true passion is people and Unitarian Universalism. My newest adventure is getting the Social Justice Committee off the ground in time for the election with my partner in crime, Carla Rosati, whom I have had the pleasure of working with for 4 years. On behalf of our Director of Religious Exploration, Lexi Brown, Music Director, Alex Peach, and our musician guests, our worship associates, and the dedicated technical team that is making today's live stream possible, I welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Metro Atlanta North congregation, which we lovingly call UUMAN. We are a liberal faith community with the mission to nurture our spirit, strive for justice, and transform the world. And we stand today in Muskogee and Cree territory. No matter who you are, whom you love, or wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here with us. If you are visiting us for the first time and feel comfortable standing up, please tell us your name and anything you need to tell us about, and we'd like to worship with you as friends. So we don't have the usual 2 lines, so more or less this in this area. Is anybody new? Good morning, Alex. How about here in the middle-ish? Oh, yay! Welcome. Welcome, Jacob. And how about over on this-ish side? All right. Well, we're glad you're here with us this morning. You can scan the QR code in your order of worship, or you can see any of the greeters that are outside. We also have a fidget shelf right in the back for anybody that needs to handle things while listening. There's nursery care available. And while we're in service, our children are putting together backpacks for North Fulton community charities to distribute in time for the beginning of the school year. The schedule for the second hour offerings are in your order of worship. And if you can stand, please greet your neighbors with a hand or an elbow of Friendship, I'm going to ring the bell to start and ring to stop. Thank you. Waiting for Carla to come over here so we can do the chalice lighting together. Yeah. This is called Different Yet United by Pat Uribe-Litti, which by coincidence we said last Sunday too. So you should be familiar with it. We come from many places, along different paths, bringing different truths. We come seeking to find community, to find acceptance of who we are. In this place, we may find others who are much like us and others who are much different. May our lit chalice remind us that we are a people taught by different stories, with many voices, but always one people, working for a world where love creates justice and justice gives birth to peace. This is the time in the service when we share our joys and sorrows, joys to magnify them and sorrows to divide the weight of their pain. Today, we're going to do an abbreviated joys and sorrows, in which I'm going to drop one pebble for all those joys and sorrows that we would otherwise share individually. Let us keep one another in our thoughts for the coming week.
Hello, I'm Carla Rizzati, as I've been introduced by my partner. And now we're going to do the first half of the exercise that we have planned for you today. Our theology is of resistance. It came from founders who refused to accept condemnation and hell as the only theological alternative. They dared to envision a new world. They refused to be silenced. Our faith and tradition calls us to be involved in the democratic and political process and challenge possibilities that are against our faith tradition. This is the work that we are called to do now. It requires courage. But more importantly, it requires action. Together, we will now work on an exercise that's called Rich Picture. It's to help us reimagine the world that we know is possible. And we badly need to reimagine a world that we know is possible, especially after this week. For this exercise, I would invite you to skip linear thinking. So most of us stopped our creative process from an artistic perspective at second grade, right? When we were told that we couldn't draw, when we were ashamed of how we draw. But I invite you to, for 15 minutes, leave that behind. Drawing has been part of the human language from the beginning, but it has been beaten out of us. So reject the notion that you cannot draw. Embrace your creativity. So for 15 minutes, for those that have not emptied the bags that you have on your table, I invite you to dump those materials in the middle of the table now. Get a sheet of paper. And here is your prompt, who is also at your table. I should have read the prompt before I told you to empty the bags, because I lost you now, but here's the prompt. Draw your vision of the new world that you know in your heart is possible the day after the elections. And that prompt is at the top of your green sheet if you need a reminder. You have 15 minutes. After 10 minutes, we'll let you know that you have 5 left. So be an artist and create that world that you want to see the day after the elections. Go. Please do not use words. It looks like a lot of you are done, so we'll give you 2 more minutes. We are now going to do the offering, and we are going to do the second part of the exercise in 5 minutes.
In an effort to fulfill and further the vision of this congregation, we ask that our members and friends share of their time, treasure, and talents. With this, we will now take the offering. You may also use the Givelify app or Breeze. This month's 50-50 recipient is UU the Vote. Half of today's basket offering and any checks or Breeze donations specifically designated as a 50-50 during the month of July will go to support the work of UU the Vote nationwide. The other 50% will go directly to fund UU the Vote activities here at UUMAN, and we want to acknowledge the board's commitment to this enterprise. Thank you. to our church. Your spirit, talents, generosity, imagination, and dedication affirm our fellowship and create our beloved community. Our heartfelt thanks to you on this day and for all days to come.
The second part of our activity today is called Share and Echo. As we all know, it's very common that when we listen to people, to friends, to our families, to coworkers, many times we are listening, but we are just thinking of what we are going to say next. So this time, I invite you to some deep listening. And the way we are going to do that is we need even numbers at the tables because you are going to be working in pairs. So if your tables have odd numbers, please look for somebody else that is hanging by themselves. So again, the green sheet at your table has detailed instructions, but I'm going to read it quickly. We have two people working in pair, person one and person two. Again, I made a mistake by giving instructions before I finished explaining. All right, if I can have your deep listening skills focus at me at this time. Thank you. So you have 3 minutes for the first time. Person one is going to work with their partner, person two, and describe what they have, their piece of art, okay? This is deep listening, curiosity, and genuine appreciation. So as they describe to you, if you have questions, you can ask when they are done, or you can take notes. When they are done, you are going to then mirror what they told you about how they envision this world. And hopefully, you're going to have a good grasp of how this person feels about the world that they want to see. And then you're going to flip that, and in the end, we are going to try and show deep appreciation. We normally show appreciation by saying, "Thank you for being here, Jennifer." We want you to be more deliberate in your appreciation. Say, "Hey, when you said that about me during your bio, it really made me feel good. Thank you so much for having said that to me." So that is deep appreciation. She knows specifically why I appreciate what she did. So you have 3 minutes. You pick your pair, and the person one describes their work. And then 3 minutes, we're going to flip that. Go ahead. All right, hopefully by now, hello? I'm going to whistle. Hopefully by now you got a good idea of the other person's, of your person one drawing. Now you flip and you listen to person number 2 and their drawing. 3 minutes.
I think we're doing good.
Yeah.
Because then if we have another 10 minutes to talk about this or that, and I read, and then we do the extinguishing.
I think the energy in the room is more important. We're not going to, I don't want to take more time from people that they are willing to participate. But if the energy is good,
So do you want to ask people if they want to?
at the very end, I might go. She's already bagging stuff.
So do you want to do that before I read my last thing?
Yes. We'll just have a, well, am I reading it or are you?
I'm reading this one.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to ask them first. If you think we're doing good with time.
Yes, we are. The next one.
Oh gosh, I made a mistake. It wasn't person 2 should be echoing.
Yeah, you said that.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I don't think I did.
Well, yeah, you did. I mean, I saw people writing down what they were saying.
Look at this too. We need to take pictures.
Take pictures of the whole thing.
All right, UUMAN. So, hello everybody. So I hope you follow the instructions despite my not communicating them super clearly this last time I talked, but you should have done a person's drawing, and then the other person should have reflected on what they listened. And if that's what you did, now you're going to have your partner tell you about their drawing, and you. Okay, then no. Well, if we did that, then we skipped talking about what you listened. Is that what you did? Okay, now, so both of you have already talked about what you listened? No, not everybody has. Some Speedy Gonzalez have. So now you have to stay put and let the other people do the rest. So go.
That's okay.
I messed up.
What's important is for people to be talking.
Yes, yes. But, that's how life is, right?
You want results.
Plan. No, you plan, and then you yourself. All right, so now you have 1 minute to show each other deep appreciation about what you've learned and how you listened and how you felt heard. So one sentence as I mirror to you how I express my deep appreciation for Jennifer for what she said. One sentence to each other about deep appreciation regarding this process. Go. All right, dear friends, I want to say I love the energy in the room. So thank you for playing with us. And I want to also thank the people at home. I know this is a hard service for you to follow, so we really appreciate your patience as you go on this journey with us. So Jennifer and I are wondering if we have 1 or 2 volunteers that would like to say a little bit about the experience and what you have taken out of it, what you've enjoyed about it, or anything you want to say. 1 or 2 volunteers would be, yes. Oh, we need you at the mic. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't say that before.
Bring your drawing, just in case. No?
You and your drawing. And thank you for being brave.
Should I describe my drawing?
No, tell us
Whatever
how
you
you
wanna
felt
tell us.
about this experience.
Well, I'll show my drawing, but I'm really, really glad that I got to sit at the table that I sat at. I don't know hardly any of you guys except a couple of people, and it was really wonderful to be vulnerable in showing each other art, because that showing other people your art is very, very emotionally vulnerable, and you have to open your heart. So I appreciate my group. Thank you guys for letting us do this.
And we did not pay her to say that. All right, one more brave person here, please. All right.
Hello, I'm Lexi. This is my drawing. The thing that I wanted to point out with my partner is that we both had symbols of, I have a heartbeat, and my partner had a deep exhale, and we thought it was a very connected thing that we were kind of both looking for this and like stability, and we found that in the human body.
Thank you, Lexi. Any more burning desires? You need to come to the mic.
They can't hear you.
A true you. Thank you, Gus.
I just wanted to say that there is great power when someone listens intensely to you speak. I think we often don't do that. I think it was mentioned that, we're always preparing to say what we want to say, but when someone genuinely engages fully with you, it's empowering. I think it's empowering for both. It's something we don't do well. You know, it's the one skill we're not taught, is how to listen, and the one perhaps we need the most.
Today, we laid the building blocks of community work by revealing our aspirations, creating new bonds among us, and by sharing affirmations. The pictures we've created today show the world that the path to liberation and to justice dwells among us. Let us rejoice in our beloved community as we embark on a journey of organizing and mobilizing as a courageous force in the next elections. The future is within our reach. Let's start.
If you'd like to follow me in extinguishing the chalice in your order of service, we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And lastly, our benediction by Elizabeth Lerner McClay. So are we bound together. As drops of rain that find each other and build to become a track, a rivulet, a stream, a river, a sea, so are we drawn together. So are we fortunate to find each other. So are we bound together on this shared passage towards an unknown ocean and eternity. The service has ended. Go in peace.
Just a couple of reminders. If you would like to leave your art at the table, we are going to try and be creative in expressing this joint exercise. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you'd help us by putting the art materials back in the bags, and also putting the sanctuary in this format was a lot of work. If anybody wants to help us undo this, we would appreciate it. Thank you.